So we have not one, but two updates in the nuisance streaming IRL world, which includes Johnny Somali and Vitaly. So to start off with Johnny Somali, his court date has been pushed back a month onto May 12th. It was originally April 9th, but so his court date is being pushed back once at least. A lot of people are saying it could be pushed back more just because like everything, they're trying to gather evidence, they're trying to gather everything that he's done so far, just try to get the whole picture before he goes to trial. That way they can just hit him with as many charges as they possibly can. Besides the fact that Johnny Somali could potentially face even more time in South Korea, the reason why this is bad because he won't be able to pay a private defense attorney for that long. If he gets pushed out 6 months, a year, or even 3 months, he's going to run out of money eventually. So if they just play the waiting game with Johnny Somali, he's going to be stuck with a public defender. And sure, public defenders can technically get you off of charges, but a lot of times they don't, because they don't have to give you unlimited time in a trial, and especially in a trial where it's all recorded, where you can just tell, like, you can tell a lot of it is real, a lot of it is actual factual, that Johnny Somali did illegal things. So like, I can't see a defense attorney or a public defense attorney spending that much time on Johnny Somali, just because, like, why would they? So what I can see happening is Johnny Somali is probably going to end up with a public defender, then plead guilty to a bunch of the charges he's already been charged with, just like he has so far. He's pled guilty to a charge already, so I feel like he's just going to plead guilty and just hope they deport him and not send him to prison. But the thing I don't really get is, like, they're going to stick him with the deepfake charges. I don't think they're going to deport him for that, because South Korea takes deepfakes very seriously. So I can't imagine that he's just going to be able to walk free just because of all the crimes he's done so far. And it's all on camera. And fun fact, out of the crimes in South Korea that carry prison sentences, the average time in prison is almost 4 years. So now we're on to the Vitaly update. So basically where I got this next part was from Legal Mindset, and I looked up the video that he referenced. And so basically people have found out where Vitaly has been staying as far as his detention center. I'm sure people in the Philippines know exactly where this is at, but just like Americans didn't know exactly where he was at. But it was the Bureau of Immigration Detention Center in the Philippines. But the part I find crazy is this already is overcrowded by several hundred people in a like 100-person capacity. So I'm sure it's just shocking and eye-opening for Vitaly, because he's probably just now like, I'm really in a deep situation, which he kind of deserves it. He videotaped it all. But like, we can gather that most places around the world have an overpopulated prison population. But the thing I bet Vitaly didn't expect was to be in that situation, just because like because most of these streamers that have been nuisance streamers, they usually get deported within a couple days. But like Vitaly is looking at like 24 years. I said 10 years in my previous video, but like I've been seeing 24, 25 years in like as far as he's facing. Like they're not taking it easy on him in the Philippines, which I just find crazy that like he could find himself in such deep shit, because it's like, it's not hard to just not go to foreign countries and get in trouble while you're there. Like you could just visit them and be a normal streamer and just be a normal person when you go to foreign countries, or just even in your own country, you could just be a law-abiding citizen. Like, it's not that difficult. But the reason why I say Vitaly and Johnny Somali are in deep shit, or this is an insane situation or a crazy situation, because they went from being nuisance streamers where the worst case scenario is they get deported and never allowed back in that country, but they've gone so bad, they've become so disruptive in so many countries that they've turned into facing like 20 years in prison in a foreign country, which is just, that's definition of deep shit. But if you like hearing about internet drama and dumb IRL streamers and stuff like that, make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, see you later.